Hey guys, welcome once again for the final part of the footjam series. So it's been fun right up until now. I hope you've learned a lot. So with that, this is it, and I'm glad to be able to bring this to you. I have been riding for a little while because now, as you can see, these bad boys are missing. I no longer have teeth until probably a month or so. There's no riding for me for a while because I just had surgery. So that happened just yesterday. I had over 20 stitches, I had a bone graft, I had some metal plates thrown in, all sorts of good things. So I'm alive and that's all that matters, and I'm well on the way to getting permanent teeth, so I'm stoked about that. For this tutorial, honestly it's going to be pretty short. You already know how these tricks individually work from the previous videos. Like the Cancan and the Frontjam are the two big ones that we're going to be thinking about today. Basically, it's just taking what you've learnt there and putting them into one trick. It's really simple. I learnt this Frontjam very quickly. It didn't take me long. So once you've got the Cancan and the Frontjam mastered, this one is really not that far behind. Okay, so all you have to think of is in this trick, you've got to come up like the Frontjam initially. You've got to come up and you've got to spin like Canadian, and then you've got to throw your weight forward. You want to overcompensate for that extra stretch of the leg. You need to bring your center of balance up. Then you just need to be thinking about keeping your weight in like the Cancan, because with your foot being over on the inside of the bike, you have to be leaning in more. You put these two things together and honestly, that's all you have to do. It's really easy. Once you've got to that point, the alley locks your foot in the wheel. The Cancan lean has you leaning in nicely. You're up nice and high like a Canadian. When you're ready to jump in, you scuff your foot and you're straight in. A couple of problems that you may find with this trick is that you're falling back and your foot keeps slipping. Think back to the Frontjam. The reason you keep slipping is because you're not up enough. You're not alley-ooping into it. The wheel's not traveling backwards. You have to think about, you want to get that backwards lock of the wheel. The other thing is, you may not be falling into the ramp. You might be only just getting it locked in, but then not finding it able to jump in. Think of the Cancan. It's simply because you're not leaning in. Your body's not far enough over to compensate for that foot being on the inside. And the final thing that I've said with all the tricks so far, turn those bars in. If you want this to work, you got to turn those bars in, because it's not about how big your foot is, it's about how much platform you're standing on. So you come up, you make sure you turn your bars right in, give yourself that really lovely platform to stand on. Once you're standing on that, lean it forward, lean it in, give it a quick scuff, and away you go. There's your Frontjam. Short and sweet, I told you so. There's really not a lot else to it than that. Everything that I've taught you up until now was leading towards this moment. So there's not a great deal else that I really needed to tell you. Okay, so with that, thank you. This video is probably going to be under 5 minutes. It'll be the shortest one of the series. And yes, so once I'm back riding, the trick that got the most votes as to what was wanted to be learnt next was the backflip. So I'll be coming back to you when possible with a good couple of videos explaining how the backflip works, where you can try it safely off your bike, and then how to take it to foam pits and how to take it to resis or mattresses or whatever, and finally up to that point of being able to send the mighty backflip out of a ramp. So until then, take care, wear your mouth guard, wear your helmet, and I'll see you next time.